What's up, guys? It's Tyrant2Rex here. I'm here with Cameron, Cretaceous Cam. Go check him out. His videos are awesome. And recently there has been a couple tweets that got out about the new Gorilla Tag update that is coming out this Friday, when hopefully this video comes out. And there is a leak of it. I'll put it right here, the picture of the leak. And it looks like there will be a sports update, which is interesting. But that's not the point of today. Today, me and Cameron are going to be talking about the updates that, one of the updates that we have made and think that should be added in Gorilla Tag and that make the most sense that would be added in Gorilla Tag. Is that correct? Is that all?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And maybe a couple map changes of what it will be like. So yeah. This might become like a short series of updates that we are going to be posting and thinking of. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
So, starting with the cosmetics, the first idea that we had was a paintbrush that goes on your arm, a holdable. So the paintbrush, if you just bought the paintbrush, then you can't really do anything with it. It would be cool if you rubbed it against things. It would kind of like deform, kind of like how normal paintbrushes work, but it doesn't do anything. It's just a cool paintbrush holdable.
Yeah, so it would kind of just be like sort of this, but just like the tongue area. And the next cosmetic would be like not a canvas, a palette, a paint palette, and it would interact with the paintbrush. So it would have a bunch of colors on it.
The paintbrush against, it would turn into that color.
Yeah, it would have that color on it, and then it would be able to interact with anything, which leads us to our next one.
Is the white gorilla skin. So this is an idea that we had for Gorilla Tag, which made us, we got this idea from the golden helmet. We thought, why didn't they just make it a golden gorilla skin? It would change your whole skin into like a gold kind of texture. And we thought, what if there's a white gorilla, just completely white, like your face and ears and belly would be the same, but you could use the paintbrush and the palette to put blotches of paint on it.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be just like straight lines, it would just be like blotches of paint on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you could have your own custom, like, cool colors on it, like different blotches all over, and it would be really cool.
Yeah.
And all three of those cosmetics would work together. So, like, the paintbrush, if you put colors on the paintbrush, you could put different colors on it and stuff. You could also you paint other people with that skin as well.
Exactly. And that brings us to our next cosmetic. So the next cosmetics that would be in the update would be a barrette. And if you don't know what a barrette is, I'll put a picture of it here. It's one of those like hats that French painters use stereotypically.
French people wear them.
French people wear them. Oh, so yeah, it's like the hats that the French people use when they're painting, and I think that would be a really good hat. Beret. Yeah, so I'll put a picture of it somewhere. And the next item would be
cosmetic would be a badge, and it would be an apron. It would be a painter's apron, so it would have like blotches of paint on it. And it would just look really cool. It would just be something that would add a bit of layer to the game. It's kind of self-explanatory. We'll have a picture of what it would look like. But yeah, a white apron with blotches of paint on it.
And sort of like your scarf, how it like jiggles. When you like walk around, the bottom of it will like wiggle a little bit.
Yeah, it would like
It'll like cause like fabric. So yeah. And the next one would be a tiny little clay monkey. So it'd be like probably like a grayish or like a not a maroon, maybe a maroon color. Like it's clay. Yeah, like a blackish color, and it'd kind of be just like, you know, like the frog. It would be like a little like gorilla thing. It wouldn't be like a squishy, but it would be just like a little holdable made out of clay.
For the next cosmetic is a head cosmetic, and it's a mini canvas on top of your head. So it's kind of like a filler cosmetic, you know, to add more depth, because that's kind of what they do. Is they have some few main cosmetics, and they just have some filler ones, so you know, just add more depth to the update. So this would kind of be that. It would be a mini canvas. Sadly, I don't think you should be able to put blotches on it, but it's just cool. You know, a little canvas on top of your head. It would be adorable.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe if it did have...
First of all, these things.
Yeah. And if it did have like, maybe not that you could actually paint on it, but it might already come with a picture on it of a banana. Maybe. Yeah, it might have like a little picture of it.
Like pictures, yeah.
It might have a picture on it, but you just won't be able to like to make a picture on it. You know, like that.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the next cosmetic. So the next cosmetic would be a little, it would be a squeezable, and it would be a glue, like a glue bottle. So you know when you like squeeze a glue bottle? Yeah. You know when you squeeze a glue bottle and like nothing comes out, but it just makes that like noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be sort of like
Use
that.
this
So
as an
nothing,
example.
yeah, like nothing will come out, but it would just like, you'd be able to like squeeze it, and yeah, it would be like a nice little glue cosmetic. And the next one would be,
So the next one would be a jar of glitter. Said it right.
yeah,
And the jar of glitter would function a lot like this mug. And I actually use this mug as inspiration. So it looks, it's like a mug of hot chocolate, right? But it would be a jar of sprinkles. And when you dump it, hot chocolate falls out, right? But instead, it would be like that, but it would be glitter instead. But it wouldn't be refillable. Like, glitter would always be in there. But you could just, like, sit there and it would just all fall out.
yeah.
It'd be pretty cool.
It'd be like a, yeah, it'd be just like a cup of glitter. And the next one would probably be, because we were thinking, because if it's more like art, we're thinking we put like a giant bucket. So you know how the like the old snowman cosmetic was just like sitting on your head? Well, it's gonna be sort of like that, but a bucket of paint. And if you like move like this, sort of like how the
It could function like this. Like, imagine like this. It would be like this. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
yeah, and every time you move your head, there'll be like a slight bit of like paint that would fall out. It would kind of be like the seagull from the summer update. That like when you move the head, it would like wiggle like
It
that.
would wiggle.
But instead, it would just have like the paint particles falling out.
So
So yeah, that would be that.
the next item would be a giant paintbrush, like this. But it would be like a back foldable, kind of like how I have my shovel here, right? It would be like this. But this one wouldn't be able to interact with the palette. It would just be a giant paintbrush to like beat your enemies with, you know?
Yeah, it'd be just a giant
Which
paintbrush.
leads into our next foldable or cosmetic or...
The next one, the next cosmetic would be, and if you're wondering why I have this thing on, it comes in handy. So the next cosmetic would be like a face and belly. So like the white part of your face and the white part of your belly will have like paint splotches all over it, and sort of like what the the Rockstar thing is. It would just be like all over your face and like your belly.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to like paint it. You would just only be able to like, it'd just be like sort of like a skin.
as it is. So our next two cosmetics are a painter sweater and painter overalls. So they wouldn't be a set. They would be two separate items. But whenever I was looking at, when I was getting some inspiration to find some ideas for this, I was looking at outfits a lot of painters and a lot of artists wear. And a lot of the time they wore sweaters and overalls. And these sweaters would have like, they wouldn't be fully blotched in paint, but they would have a few blotches of paint. It would probably be like a gray sweater and then light blue overalls. It would just have a few blotches of paint all along them. Not like a ton, not like that, but just, look a little messy. Like, you use it for art.
Yeah. And the next one, and the next one would be a pet rock. So the pet rock would kind of be like the Lucy skull. It would just be like a rock with googly eyes, and when you shake it, the eyes would just like go crazy. We just thought that would be just a funny,
Lucy rock,
just like a cute, funny thing. It would just probably be like a cute, funny thing to have, just a little rock that you can just like shake.
Have like things like that.
Yeah, you could just like have a shark, like a small little rock that you can just shake around, and it has like googly eyes. Like, it'd be adorable. And that brings us to our last two cosmetics.
So I have this teddy bear right here for an example for my next cosmetic. The next cosmetic. So, you know how the teddy bear like flops around, stuff like that? It would be like that, but it would be a box of art supplies. It would look like kind of like a lunchbox. It would like flop around. Well, it wouldn't flop around because lunchboxes are like metal, or like usually metal or like plastic. But like the opening of it would like flop when you like
the door
you
flap.
could look inside. You could see there's like markers and like glue sticks and erasers and a bunch of things, and it would just be so cool. Like, you know how when you take one side of a book, you only hold one side of the book and you like flap it open, and the other side like woo woo woo, that? It would be like that, but it would be a box of art supplies.
Yeah, so that's what would be. And the last cosmetic that we were thinking of right now, I'm pretty sure, is a cup of paint water. Stay with me. You know how when you get usually when you're like mixing paint in the water and it turns like that brownish grayish color? Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much that. It's gonna be at that when you look in it. from like the top, it's gonna be like that, but it's gonna be like a transparent, like clear cup. And when you look at it from like the top, it's gonna look gray. But when you look at it at the side, it's gonna have like red, blue. It's gonna have like a bunch of colors in it, and that'd be so cool.
Beautiful.
And it's gonna look beautiful. And but the best part about it, and for no reason, you can drink it. For no reason, you could drink the paint water. It'd be great. Yeah, just down a cup of paint water just for the sake of it.
Down a cup of paint water.
Down a cup of paint water. Yeah, those are the cosmetics, and I think maybe we might be going on to the map changes. Is that right?
Yep.
Map changes. Okay, so let's go to the first map.
See, now we're in the treehouse, but we'll explain that why later. So, for map changes, it would be quite a simple map change update. I know people love it when big map changes happen, but honestly, I think it's simpler is better with this kind of update. So first of all, there would be mini canvases everywhere, like not like too many to the point where it's like overwhelming, but like scattered across the map, and then there would be one big canvas in the middle of every single map. And if you have the paintbrush thing and the palette, you could like make blotches on it, make your own cool art and Gorilla Tag. And there'd also be like paint blotches everywhere, just all like scattered, like big ones, small ones, just everywhere. It would be so cool.
And in the canvases, some of them will have like little pictures in them, like already in them.
Yeah, some of them will have pictures on them.
And I think there should be a way to erase the pictures just in case. So like if you use
white paint.
Yeah, like white paint, you can just like paint over it. That would be and it would just be like the way it looked. It wouldn't like have it actually like a different like shade or anything. It would just be like an erase technically. Yeah. And the reason why we're in here is because this would be like completely changed on the inside. There would be a light in here to like light this place up. There'd be a table or like a desk. There'd be like paintings. There'd be like a little like shelf that would have like paint supplies. There'd be a little like coat hanger with like all like painted like clothes.
It'd be an art room.
Yeah, it'd be an art room, and there would be like some canvases in here and paintings, like paintbrushes. There'd be like a chair. So it would just be, it would look like someone just came out of this place painting, just like finished painting. So in like this corner there'd be like a, like the like the overalls and like the sweater, the paint sweater. It would be like there'd be one hung up here, and then maybe like the paint apron would be also on like the coat hanger looking thing. So it would just be like a completely cool, like it would just look different. It wouldn't look different on the outside, but it would look different on the inside. Like there'd be a light in here. This would be just open, and then yeah, it'd be really cool. If you remember in the Christmas update, right here, there were a small snowman and a bunch of little tiny elves. And if you went around the maps, you would see that there were little tiny elves everywhere. There would be something sort of like that. And even I think in the Halloween update, there was like mini skeletons everywhere. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there was mini skeletons in places. In this case, there would be little tiny pet rocks everywhere, and the little clay monkeys that we were talking about earlier. They'd just be like scattered everywhere. It'd sort of be like a scavenger hunt where you could just like go around finding little clay monkeys and little pet rocks. That was all that we have time for now. But if you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to see more, we'll have definitely more ideas because we have written down and we have a bunch of ideas of different updates, but this is just the first one. So the art update hopefully comes soon. And yeah, hopefully this will be, hopefully if someone sees this, it could actually happen, but this is just like, a fan thing of what concept. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try to get this out as soon as I can. But yeah, any last things, Kim?
Nope. That's all I had to say.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, and Tyranitar Rex. See you tomorrow's update. Tyranitar Rex out.